Today on the bench, we're going to tie you up the bad decision. Now, we call it the bad decision because we're around the bench on the fly tying bench, and we think it'd be a real bad decision if the bull trout eat this fly. And I've got Ashley Pederson, our newest featured guest on Sport Fishing on the Fly, is going to tie up the fly. So make sure you have these materials ready before you tie the fly. For the materials, we use a size 2 3x long streamer for the hook, some 6/0 red thread for the thread, some 7 32nd inch nickel yellow dumbbell eyes for the eyes, some pearl fluorescent orange crazy legs for the tail, some pink jelly fritz for the body, some hot pink grizzly schlappen for the side wings, some pink marabou for the main wing, some white zonker rabbit strip for the back and for the head.
Hi, I'm Ashley and this is my latest bad decision. Put a thread down the entire hook body real quick. I'm going to set my eyes back. I'm really bad for crowding my hook eyes. Terrible. So I'm going to set my eyes back maybe about 3/8 of an inch to 1/2 inch. So this guy, we're going to lock these eyes on 2 or 3 passes each side, just so that we can kind of build up a base underneath those eyes so we don't have a big hollow spot when we tie on that marabou. So we're going to try to get this fly somewhere between 5 and 6 inches. 6 inches is lots. Sometimes you find that these fish can get a little bit shy when you start throwing big stuff in front of them. So this is our body. A little bit of, I think this is a medium length, pink flash. Leave this somewhere up by the eyes. So this stuff, when we wrap it, because it's nice and long, you make your wrap, all this chenille is going to be stacked to the front. It's just going to lay on top of itself. So we'll take our time, pull it back. Our hook base is red, so if we skip a little bit and have a little bit of thread showing in the body, it's fine, it's not going to matter. There should be enough covering it later. So our wings are going to end just before our legs end. I used to get picky about whether or not these strips of schlappen would lay straight, whether or not they would come up and arc, or if they had a bit of a wave in them. You might find this pretty humorous, but there's a female beauty product called a straightener. It also curls your hair. I don't understand it either. But that straightener, that hot iron, gets to about 400 degrees, and you can actually take that hot iron and run it down the length of your feather briefly and straighten it out, instead of having, because some feathers you have them kink up. This feather, for example, would also kink up, but when I put it on the other side, it takes my tail and flips it up. It doesn't matter once it's in the water, but if you're really that picky about it, go find your straightener or your girlfriend or your wife's straightener, and it'll fix it very quickly. So I grabbed a couple pieces because it all depends on how the rest of this is going to look, whether we're going to use 1 or 2. So this is our rabbit zonker. We want a big zonker strip that's going to lay flat along the back, and it's going to have just a nice solid action to it. And we're going to end that, the leather's going to end just about at the end of that schlappen, and then our fur, rabbit fur, is going to dump out the back. If you have any little clamps, even a hair clip or something, if you find a little kid's hair clip, you can always take this stuff, pile it ahead and clip it down so it's out of your way, or just wet it just a bit with your fingers. It's not enough to get it out of there, but it's just enough you can sneak a thread by it. So our hook eye here, we're actually gonna, instead of tying on 2 pieces of rabbit and creating a whole bunch of mass up front on our hook eye, we're just gonna pierce a hole in the leather, wrap our rabbit around and to the back. We're going to cut our rabbit hair so that the rabbit hair is going to finish right about where that barb end is, right where that lump is. So it'll actually be quite short. And there we are. Hope I've influenced you all to make your own bad decisions.
To watch all our latest Sport Fishing on the Fly episodes and to order Sport Fishing on the Fly merchandise, head to www.sfotf.ca, and if you would like to book an adventure like this one shown, head to ontheflyadventures.ca and book yourself the trip of a lifetime. To watch all our latest Sport Fishing on the Fly episodes and to order Sport Fishing on the Fly merchandise, head to www.sfotf.ca. And if you would like to book an adventure like this one showing, head to ontheflyadventures.ca and book yourself the trip of a lifetime.